Hi guys. I hope you're excited for trying out digital teaching. It's not ideal, but it is what it is for now. So we're going to be with you every step of the way. This is new for us. We were thrown into this the same as you were. So we are all going to be working towards making this as easy and seamless as a transition as possible. I'm going to be uploading lots of videos, activities, and lessons online so that you can be doing your share of their learning on your end. And then you can communicate with either me or Miss Nolan at any time if you have any other questions. This is real school. I know some of you are probably sitting back and thinking this is going to be great. I can have a couple months off or a couple weeks off, however long it is. But that's not the case. We can't have you slacking. This is real school. It's online school. And we are so fortunate that Rhode Island is pushing to do this digital school. I have friends in other places. I have a friend in Canada who is going to be teaching probably through the summer because they're not doing this digital school. So this is an amazing opportunity that we have, but you have to do your end of it. You have to be participating and doing the work and treating it like it's real school. The best way to do that is to establish a routine. Follow the schedule that the school put out. Use that time to work, be efficient, set up a workspace somewhere that you can dedicate, like this is your office, this is your workspace, this is your school space. It's really hard to do work at home. It's hard for me to do work at home, so it's really important to kind of set up a routine, set up a space, make it as easy and as comfortable as a process as you can. We all are going to have to be adaptable. We have to be flexible. We are all going to have to keep an open communication. So Ms. Nolan and myself are both accessible via email all the time. If you want to set up a time to have a Google Meet so we can have live FaceTime to explain anything or do any kind of like live lessons with you, we can do that. So we are going to have to be open in communication. You're going to be getting a lot more emails from us. You're going to be seeing Aspen updated very regularly, so make sure that you are checking your Aspen. If you have anything that you are planning on turning in this week or next week, or you see anything in Aspen as a 0 and you're like, I have that, take a picture of it and email it to me, and I can have that grade put in Aspen. I think what I'm most going to miss is our class discussions. So I want to try and find ways that we could still have that kind of communication between us, because I think that's where our best learning comes from. So the world is kind of on pause right now. Not just our school, not just North Kingstown, but the whole world is kind of in like this reset mode right now. And it's probably kind of a good thing. I try and find the positives in a lot of things. You guys know that about me. So I think we all kind of needed to take a step back and take some time for ourselves and do some things that we need to do, take some mental health time. And the situation is unfortunate, but that time is happening, and I think we need to take advantage of that the best way that we can. Dedicate some time that you're going to be screen free. You are going to be spending a lot of time. I'm going to be spending a lot of time too on my phone, iPad, computer. My job right now is going to be online and virtual. Part of why I'm a teacher is because I didn't want to be sitting at a computer 24/7. So that is going to be a little bit different of a transition. I like our face-to-face interactions. It's just going to be different for however long. This might be a couple weeks. It might be a couple months. I might see you in September. We don't know. I know no more than you know about the timeline and the way that things are going to unfold. But we are going to make the best situation that we can. We're going to make lemonade with the lemons that life just gave us. So dedicate time that's going to be screen free. That is going to be really important for your mental health. Come up with some new hobbies. Maybe you have an instrument laying around. If you have any puzzles laying around. If you want to learn some new games, board games, card games, it's going to be important to have social interaction with the people that you can interact with, the people in your household. Social distancing doesn't need to necessarily be totally socially distanced. Physical distance is important, but you can still talk to people, especially online, texting, calling. Maybe call some old friends you haven't seen in a while. Maybe you're into art. Maybe do some artwork. If you're into gardening, I started some major garden projects today. Maybe you want to start a compost pile. Maybe you want to do a little bit of research on how to compost or how to better recycle. Maybe you want to go walking outside, and that's okay as long as you're keeping your distance. If you go for a walk, take a bag and pick up some trash and just be a good steward to the environment. So I think a big thing is, why are we here? Why am I on your computer screen and not in front of you? How is this going to work? So we're here because of a global pandemic. I never thought this day would happen. I keep feeling like I'm going to wake up and my alarm's going to go off and I have to go to school. It's been a week and I'm already going totally stir crazy in my house. So we'll see how this goes. So we're here because of a virus. It's called COVID-19. It's also called the novel coronavirus. It's called novel because it's new. It's not like, it's similar to other coronaviruses that we've had, but it's novel in a lot of different aspects about it. So, let's see. Viruses they're really simple in structure. So they're some sort of a protein shell. And we've probably seen some pictures of what the coronavirus kind of looks like, or we've seen some pictures and we're like, maybe that's a germ, I don't know. But this coronavirus has these viruses have these like proteins on the outside of them. So they've got these like proteins, and it's called coronavirus, and it's in the family of coronavirus because it has these extra proteins on the outside of it that kind of act like a halo. So corona means halo. So it has these as kind of a halo all around the outside of it. These proteins make the virus really easy to attach to other human cells or other animal cells. This is a zoonotic virus, and zoonotic means that it can transfer from animal to animal. It's theorized that this came from bats or snakes. It originated from Wuhan, China. That was the original epicenter. We are now at over 300,000 cases in the world, over 15,000 deaths. And I believe today, Rhode Island, as of today, and I'm filming this on Sunday, March 22nd, 2020, Rhode Island just hit 83 cases. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better. So part of those reasons is because of the physical structural shape of this. So natural selection has allowed for, basically why this is so successful is all these little proteins are really good at attaching to human cells. There is not a lot of community immunity for this virus. So if you come in contact with it, it's likely that you're going to have these symptoms. If you are young and you're healthy, you might just kind of have a cold. If you are older or immunocompromised, the symptoms can be more like pneumonia or bronchitis. And so that's what's causing people to die from the virus. It's more from the symptoms that are coming along with older or immunocompromised. So it's important to adhere to the policies that our government is putting out. Stay home, enjoy your time at home. I know you might get a little stir crazy, but if we all follow what we're being told, it's going to make this happen, hopefully at a more sustainable rate, and maybe we can eradicate it. So anyway, novel coronavirus. All right. That one went through here too. So why is it such a bad thing? So even if we get it, we're probably going to be okay. But the problem is that we don't have the hospital capacity to accommodate the amount of people that are projected to get it if we don't take these measures into consideration. So if we're graphing out the actual rate of the transmission of the virus, it started out in China. It's spread around the world. Globalization allows for really easy transport between different countries. You can get on an airplane and be in any country that you want tomorrow. That's a good thing, but in the case of transmission of diseases and viruses, it's not such a good thing. So we saw, and this has only been about 3 months. So in about 3 months, we're looking at the rate of transmission over time. And right now we're hitting like a very critical point. So what we're trying to do right now by having these lock-ins and these stay-ins and don't be sharing things, don't be spreading things, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, is we want to try and, even in the United States and everywhere really, we want to try and level it off. So people are still going to be getting the disease, but what we need to do is we need to reduce the rate of transmission because we are going to overload our hospitals. If we don't have enough hospital beds, nebulizers, personal protective equipment, it's going to make these transmissions worse. My best friend works in a hospital, and she's in a position right now where she was told that she's given one face mask for every 2 days. 2 days. She has come back into work and put the same face mask on that she was with a bunch of patients the day before as the next day. And that's just, it's not realistic, but it's the best that we can do right now. And that's why we keep hearing about things like the personal protective equipment and the face masks in the news, because if we don't have the equipment to protect the people who are on the front lines, our nurses, our EMTs, our doctors, then they're going to get sick. And then it's going to make it even worse. We're not going to have people to help. So we need to absolutely do what we're being told. We need to slow that rate of transmission so that we are not hitting a critical point. These next couple of weeks are what's going to be the most important. That's going to be where we need to have this, do the right thing and try and reduce the transmission. So I like to focus on the good side of things. I have taken a lot of time for just kind of in this last week, mental health, doing things that I like to do and getting some rest. So for me, that's been enjoyable. It's been good. I am going a little crazy, but take this time to do things that you wouldn't normally have time to do. Read a book, start a garden, start a project. So these are good things. There are also good things that are happening in the world right now with the coronavirus. I see bad things in the news every day, but I also see good things that people are doing, good Samaritans, people giving back. And I found a couple articles on good things that are happening in the environment because of people just taking a moment to chill out, slow down, and stay in their homes. So your assignment today is to read a little bit about those good things that are happening in the world right now, because I think it's important that we hear some good news instead of just bad, scary news. So we're going to focus today on the good things that are happening because of a really bad global pandemic. So if you have any questions, email me. This assignment will be due on Wednesday by the start of class, which is 10 a.m. Our class meets again Monday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So the assignments will be due by the following class. So if you have questions, please let me or Miss Nolan know, and we're both here and happy to help. And I really, really, truly hope that you guys are enjoying your time, taking some time for yourself, and we will all get through it. And I hope I get to see you all very soon.